Have you ever been scrolling through your feed and just been hit with that feeling? You know, that mix of awe and maybe a little bit of envy, watching the crazy rich lifestyle unfold? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain and really break down what's going on behind all that hype.
We hear this kind of message all the time, right? If I can do it, you can too. It feels so simple, so motivating. It basically suggests their road to success is just wide open for anyone to take. It sounds super inspiring, doesn't it?
But here's the million-dollar question. Is it really that simple? This whole idea that you can just copy-paste a success story, that's exactly what we need to take a much closer look at.
Okay, so let's get one thing straight right from the beginning. The issue here isn't about wealth itself, or the people who have it. Nope. The real problem is way more subtle, and it has everything to do with perception.
It all boils down to how we see things. When someone's journey to the top is shown as this easy, replicable formula, it creates a massive disconnect. It separates their story from the reality that most of us are actually living in.
So, to get past the hype and the flashy images, we have to ground ourselves in some cold, hard facts. Let's really look at what the term crazy rich actually means when you break down the numbers.
You know, there's an official term for this level of wealth. It's called an ultra-high net worth individual. And to get into that club, there's a very specific and very, very high financial line you've got to cross. Any guesses what that number is?
Okay, here it is. 432 billion Indonesian rupiah. Now, to put that into perspective, that's over 27 million US dollars. It's an absolutely astronomical figure, way beyond what most people can even really comprehend.
And get this, in a country with over 270 million people, how many folks actually have that level of wealth? Only about 1,500. That's it. It's an unbelievably small and exclusive group.
So here's the statistical punchline. We are talking about just 5/10,000ths of 1% of the entire population. It's not even a drop in the bucket. It's barely a whisper in the data. And this chart really just says it all, doesn't it? You see that teeny tiny sliver on the left? That's the group we see glorified all over the internet. And that massive bar on the right? Well, that's pretty much everybody else. The visual gap is just staggering.
Let's look at this table for even more context. Even if we lower the bar to just high net worth, so people with over $1 million US dollars, that's still only 0.02% of the population. Meanwhile, just earning more than the median monthly salary of 11.4 million rupiah already puts you ahead of half the country. This context really is everything.
So if the numbers are so clear, why is this kind of lifestyle content so powerful? Well, the answer lies deep in how our brains are wired. We're basically walking right into a well-laid psychological trap. Think about it like this. We all make decisions in two ways, emotionally and rationally. Now, this whole flex culture is masterfully designed to completely bypass your rational brain. It targets your emotions, hope, desire, a bit of envy, and makes you feel like you need to act now. You can figure out the logic later. And this is precisely where the danger kicks in. When our emotions get hijacked, we start to build up these totally unrealistic expectations. And those expectations, they lead us straight into adopting some completely misguided strategies for our own lives, often with pretty disastrous results.
We've all heard this stuff before, right? Go all in, or risk it all, you only live once. But advice like that is so dangerous because it conveniently ignores all the hidden variables that made their success possible in the first place. Their personal skills, their network, any privilege they had, timing, and of course, a healthy dose of pure, dumb luck. And those are the things you just can't copy.
Okay, so we've pretty clearly diagnosed the problem. Now, what about the solution? How do we protect ourselves from this? It's not about ignoring these stories completely, but about learning how to process them intelligently. And it really just comes down to two simple but incredibly powerful steps. First, you have to make a conscious effort to process all this information rationally, not emotionally. And second, you need to actively work to widen your perspective beyond that one single success story you keep seeing.
So processing rationally means asking the right questions, like, how does this actually apply to my situation, with my skills, my resources, and my responsibilities? The goal isn't to just throw away a plan that's working for you because you saw something flashy online. It's about making small, smart adjustments.
That second step is all about avoiding what you could call panel vision. Imagine you're at a seminar. You're focused only on the one person on stage who made it big.
You completely forget to ask about the hundreds, maybe thousands, who tried the exact same path and failed. We have to see the whole picture, failures included.
So what's the healthy way to engage with all of this? The real key is to see these stories for what they truly are, a source of inspiration, not a step-by-step blueprint for your own life.
And just look at the difference here. A blueprint is a rigid set of rules you're supposed to follow perfectly, expecting the exact same result. But inspiration? That's just a spark. It's the motivation to get moving, but on a path that you design for yourself.
This really is the healthy mindset to have. Let their success fuel your ambition. Let it show you what's possible. But then, you have to bring it back down to your own reality. Take a hard look at your own unique variables, your starting point, your timeline, your skills, and build a strategy that actually works for you.
Ultimately, everyone's definition of success is different. And because of that, everyone's journey has to be different too. So I'll just leave you with this to think about. After seeing the real data and the psychology behind all the hype, how will you view success from now on?